Thank you for... This rail... If you ever...
क्या चल रहा है मेरी? क्या चल रहा है अंडे? आवाज़ नहीं आ रही क्या मेरी? हेलो हेलो।
Add ast...
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Oh, here you are, Katrina. Oh, hey. I had some time on my hands, so I decided to bring Io over to check on Melray and Nyan. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. Huh? What makes you... Well, you seemed a bit down after the exhibition match, so we're kinda worried about you. Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. Despite losing the pilgrimage so many times, what kept me going was so when I finally did, I was over the moon. I mean, things didn't exactly go as planned. Still, I achieved my dream. But after that, then the Bloomflower trials came around and I could fight alongside everyone again. But when the exhibition match ended, I suddenly realized that everyone had real-life responsibilities to return to. And that got me thinking, am I the only one who's still like a kid? The only one who's left? So that's what's been bothering you, huh? Huh? You mean everyone feels like this at some point? I thought it was just because I hadn't been working hard enough. Oh, If you think about it, this is a good thing. Not knowing what you... When Paimon can't decide what she wants for dinner, she gets to imagine all kinds of delicious dishes. But if someone told her, you're eating this tonight, kinda spoils the anticipation. That actually makes a lot of sense. Hey! Stop underestimating Paimon like that, would ya?
Oh, looks like you guys beat me to it. Is the little guy feeling any better?
Granny Lolly!
Hello. I didn't have much going on at—
Melray's been in a deep sleep this whole time. It's just as Aoife said. We'll need to gather all the sacred
I imagine you're right. By the way, you haven't run into any trouble lately, have you? When we discussed the sacred flame crystals after the exhibition match ended, everyone else— A baseless rumor, but a fearful-sounding one all the same. Fear stems from the unknown, so the more cryptic the
Wait, are the crystals actually
Mawika was right. Even if trouble does come our way, still, there must be a story behind the Bloomflower trials being stopped. It is said that something Since you're concerned, why don't we look into it? I'm sure we'll still be able to find scrolls from back then over at the Masters of the Nightwind.
Can I come along?
I don't see why not. Come, let's head over to my place.
Okay. Probably doesn't understand what we're saying. Doesn't look like any cogs are turning in there. Whoops! Sorry! No offense intended!
You there! You dare disrespect our elder? Oh, you mean... Oh, I see. Sorry, my mistake. Apparently you are here by invitation, in which case it's my job to make you feel welcome. Some introductions are in order. I am Koholam, one of the priests of our tribe. And this is our Iktomisor elder, The great Tlapokpokteets Tatel, a living totem among the masters of the night.
Whoa, that's...
In truth, we usually go with Elder Tlapo for short. You're welcome to do the same. Ah, I assume your Elder Tlapo has been alive for many centuries and harbors secrets that even we priests are at a... But one thing I can say for sure is that Elder Tlapo has appointed the two of you to an extremely important...
What sort of task?
If it's all right with you, I'll take you to see our chief. He's in a much better position to answer your question. Very well. You can use this scroll to go directly to the obsidian altar. Don't worry, it's just one of the...
I had someone gather up all the woven scrolls from that era. Maybe we'll find some leads we can...
There's that many? Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Come on. Less whining, more reading. If we split them up, we'll finish in no time. Why have you stopped? Did you notice something strange? There will always be tensions. Usually the Pyro Archon tries their best to prevent intertribal disputes from escalating. Also, given that our Archons live only as long as mortals, the transitional periods can be fraught with challenge. Far fewer conflicts have ended in bloodshed over the past few centuries. Whenever I read through these scrolls, I too am always struck by the thought of how unimaginable our lives...
Hey, come check this out.
Oh? Let me see. It seems like the last Bloomflower trials were also held to save the life of an ailing sword.
Huh? Was it the same illness as...
The scroll doesn't say. Strange. It's very unusual for such records to be so sparse on... Firstly, that the Bloomflower trials were held to save a sick little Saurian. Secondly, that they seem to have failed. And later on, his brother left the tribe and lived as a recluse.
But that basically tells us nothing! You know, except that the person who weaved this scroll must have been slacking off on...
Sacred flame crystals having the power to beguile... Looks like we'll have to approach this. I'll go take a look through some even older scrolls. Surely the trials were held more than...
Seeing as that scroll just now mentioned the Flower Feather clan, I think I could go ask Chief Mood... And what's our next move? Any other leads we can follow?
A certain Kukasaur? Oh, Aoife's assistant Kakuku must have told you, right? I heard he sometimes translates for the other Saurians. Alright then. I'll look into those ancient scrolls, Kachina can head over to the Flower Feather clan, and you two can track down that Kukasaur. Let's split up and meet back here later.
Everyone got that? They'll never see this coming. We'll catch them.
Leave it to us. We'll show them.
Mualani, Kinich. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's just between us. We're discussing our. But as for the details, those will have to stay a secret.
What about you guys? You seem like you're in a hurry.
We're on the trail of an extremely rare and elusive kukuso. Rare and elusive? In that case, we can help. That description of the location's way too vague. The scenery around here is all pretty much the same. What does the kukusaur look like? Nothing more specific than that? Alright, well in that case, let's split up.
I'll check the higher ground and see if anyone over at the Flower Feather clan has any idea.
I'll follow the river then.
Sounds like it's my time to shine. As Kinich will tell you,
I haven't got anywhere else to be either. I'll take a stroll nearby and see if I can.
Awesome, thanks everyone! Don't mention it. Anyway, we'd better get going. Catch you in a bit.
try and stop me!
Anything on your end, Kinich?
Nope.
Me neither. They all look light and floaty to me. I mean, what could
I didn't find anything either.
Sorry, Traveler and Paimon. We couldn't. Are you in a hurry to find him? If you need a hand, I can come back and join the search again tomorrow. Okay, well, if you need any help, don't hesitate to
I've told my friends over at the Flower Feather clan to keep an eye out. If they see anything, they'll let you know. So, alright.
Come to think of it, Aurora.
It's not like Auroran's traps can catch.
You never know. Might as well ask him if you get the chance. Anyway, we'll be. Okay then, see you later! And thanks for your help! Kachina, Lolly, what's up? We haven't managed to find anything.
Any luck with your mysterious Kukasaur? In that case, it would be great if we could get to the bottom of this. But we must also learn to live with the unknown. Just remember.
Yeah, I'm sure everything will. Still, after all this investigation.
Finally, dudes. Found you.
Aoife?
Kinich mentioned you were on the lookout for a Kukasaur. Just so happens a strange Kukasaur has been following me the past few days. No clue why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kinda freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside the window.
That sounds
I could tell it was a little Kukasaur from the shape. After observing him more closely, I figured out that he'd been following me the whole time, but that he'd just been too quiet to note it. Not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if so, you're more than welcome to get him off my back.
Wait a second.
Yep, dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
Do you think we should send someone over to...
It's okay. I've got. What the? Guys, get over here, quick! There's nothing scary about this. It's just.
Wait, surely that's not... Wait, shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
There are many possible reasons.
So why have you been tailing? If it's treatment you want, can't do much for you, man.
He ran off. Do you think he wants us to if only we had a Kukathosaurus on it. Hey, that's a good point.
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was still out cold when I left.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. It looks like he wants to take us some. What?
So, is there some... You want us to dig it up?
These are woven scrolls, yes. Albeit very crudely made, and heavily time-worn as a result. Still, they're just about legible. They seem to document the very last Come, let's read them together. These might...
So, have you figured out a way to save him?
Indeed, I have. As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals.
That's great news.
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your Saurian buddy. Not so busy.
You know I'd come even if I was. You're my brother, man. I heard you've been beside yourself since Antu fell ill.
I mean, Antu means the world to me. I promised to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown, ready to spread his wings and soar freely. I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. Sometimes he's happy, and other times he's sad. Sometimes he has tantrums, but then he'll curl up beside. And right now, he needs me more than ever. I'll draw upon everything I've ever learned to help him get through this.
I salute your courage and But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned...
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various related... Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict. Back when the tribes were somewhat united, they would occasionally hold bloomflower trials in order to obtain them.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn, despite being chief.
Research on sacred flame crystals has been patchy to say the least, so there's what we know for sure is that they can be used to treat certain chronic phlogiston-related illnesses. Others also say that they can be used to enhance a warrior's strength. There's some...
Enhance a war...
It's speculative at best. We need to analyze an actual specimen. As far as I'm concerned, as long as they can be used to cure Antu's illness...
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version of the Bloom... Remarkable that they agreed, given it wasn't so long ago that we were at each other's throats. Tensions are running high right now. If I were you...
I know, but I had no other choice. Fortunately, I've treated patients from every tribe, so the chiefs agreed as a way of returning the faith. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long time since we've worked together on anything. This might be a good chance for reconciliation. Fighting side by side for a common cause? That's the way Natlan was always meant to be.
Let's hope so. By the way, what's with all this baggage? Heading out on a...
I'm heading out to search for Ocean Zephyrs. In the meantime, I'll leave the trials in your capable hands. Just... please make sure it all goes smoothly.
Come on, that goes without saying. Rest assured.
Thank you. And Antu, be good while I'm gone, okay? Once I return with the ingredients, you'll be back on your feet and running around in no...
Himara! How could you stoop so low? Ambushing us on the field like that.
Ambushing? You've no one but yourself to blame for underestimating us.
So even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flower Feather clan must compensate us for our losses. Hand over the sacred flame crystal.
And what, we'll hand him over after all that? Just because you waggled some fingers and said some angry words?
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials to save a Sixarian? Take what's necessary for the treatment, then return us the rest.
Say something, Amara. We're not leaving until you give us some answers.
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such pure out. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always people who think they're so clever. So many contestants were just pocketing the ones they got in the trials. I'll bet your chiefs all have sweet little personal stashes too, huh? Everyone was in a frenzy, snatching the crystals up wherever and whenever they could. We're hardly the only winners.
I get it now. Snatching the spoils while using the Bloomflower trials to weaken the other tribes. You planned this all along. Ugh, that Nampol. Can't believe I trusted him.
The children of Echoes will not forget this. Let's go!
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down.
Look, no need for that. I only came back to...
Rumors?
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath. And that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was all... How could you lie to me, Amara? You promised you'd make sure the Bloomflower trials...
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke, playing by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. If I hadn't taken things into my own hands, another tribe would have just... These sacred flame crystals. They have limitless potential.
I won't debate ethics with you. Where are the sacred flame crystals?
I've put them all into our research.
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the beginning, but he ran off. He's your companion, yes. But the life of a single Saurian is nothing compared to the future of our tribe.
Hear, hear. You've certainly proven yourself a worthy chief, Imara. Your name will no doubt be etched into the hearts of the Flower Feather clan for generations to come. Just remember this. No excuses can hide the harm your greed has inflicted. All the hope and trust that little guy placed in you, placed in me, you'll never know what that feels like.
Wait, Nampol! Where are you going?
Antu! Antu! Antu, it's me! Please! Answer me! Antu, are you okay? Oh, I'm so sorry, Antu. This is all my fault. After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here. He was running out of time. I took him from tribe to tribe, begging them to spare some sacred flame crystals, but no one believed me anymore. I begged them again and again, enduring sneers, insults, even beatings, until finally, Antu's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. And then I realized... I remember once, over at the Children of Echoes, someone approached us with a sacred flame crystal.
Ah, this is what you're after, is it? Dream on. Go beg your brother for some. How many did he snatch up for himself? He's the one who put you up to this whole I'm a victim charade, wasn't he? What are you? You little vulture!
For some reason, Antu harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up. It wasn't until years after Antu's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehend, unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies. He concluded that they must have been corrupted by the sacred flame crystals themselves. In Antu's eyes, the only reason they'd started collecting sacred flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. If I hadn't been there, none of this would have ever happened. He carried this guilt with him until the very— I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. If only I had taken part in the trials myself. If only I'd seen the greed in Amara's eyes, or even came back just a little bit sooner. But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine and spent my life healing all kinds of saurians. I buried Antu here on this hill, where I too one day shall rest. Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that the truth should not lie buried. May those who come long after us learn from our errors, lest they repeat them. May the Natlan of their day be united as one, free once and for all from bloodshed and strife.
Medicine born of guilt. So the non-pole from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor? And that little Kukusaur spirit was once his saurian
Seems so. That's why he's been following you around, Aoife. Even though he doesn't like appearing in front of anyone else. No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, it's greed. And who'd want— The bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as they'd believed. All that scheming, after what proved to be nothing more than a hollow fantasy.
Hey! Where's that? Look! Over there! Do you think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost?
Thanks. I might need a breather over here. A regret lingering for centuries. Unfolding like this before my eyes. I gotta think this through. What should I do? What can I even do?
Rev the engines!
Welcome.
never thought I'd have the chance to meet my ancestor Saurian companion. It's a pretty cool feeling. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Can he understand what you're...
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond. If my ancestor were here, I'm sure they'd vibe way easier.
In other words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed everything that went on back then in front of him, right?
I think it's probably better if he doesn't. I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them, and that we should face up to the challenges in our lives.
That's right. The people responsible, the ones who should have apologized to him, are no longer around. All the truth would do is tear open...
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and find hope once more?
Just like Nampol, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human... In short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, they really want to prove their worth. Helping... So, the best move isn't to get stuck on the truth of what happened, but to help make his current wishes...
His wishes?
For example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things that cause endless arguments among good friends. But now, after hundreds of years, will you join forces with us to cleanse the evil inside them so we can save you?
Interesting approach.
Actually, I didn't really
Oh, dear child. Come.
Oh, I get it now.
Not so fast. Hate to break it to you, but the three of us can't make this happen. Let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who's... As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll have an easier time communicating.
Try and stop me!
Add Ash... Thank you for